When growing your business, you want to build trust in order to build a great brand. Here's how you do it. In this video, I'm going to teach you to identify your process in order to build brand credibility and customer trust. Hey everybody, I'm Rob Genovese from Unleash My Beast Brand, where I teach you how to be a brander and build a brand. I want to thank everybody in the subscriber community for being a part of what we're achieving. If you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss a single video. The fastest way to build brand trust lies in one simple thing. Now, there are many things you'll need to do in order to build a strong brand and build that trust, but there's one thing you can do right away because it's something you're already doing. That one thing is your process. Now, every business has a process, and you're no different. In order to solve the problems at hand, you have a process for arriving to the successful solution. That process is something you do over and over again. In other words, you've done it enough times where you can repeat success over and over and over again for your clients. It's a sort of brand consistency and predictability that allows you to keep getting results that perform over and over again. Now, likely you've probably never thought about it this deeply, but look at what you do in order to bring a client from the starting point to successful result. What you do in between, how you start off with them, the questions you ask them, the information you gather, the research phase, the execution phase, no matter what it is you do, you have a process for doing it. Now, most people don't look at their process as a way of raising trust, but here's how it's done. First, look at your process and simplify it as best as you can. Your process, although may have many steps or even a lot of micro steps, when you look at it, you want to be able to simplify it. In other words, get it down to 3 or 4 steps that are more generalized so that it looks very simple. The reason you want to do that is this. When customers are looking at you, evaluating you versus your competition, they're looking and they're thinking one thing: can I trust this person with my business? Now, how do you answer a question like that? I mean, they don't really come out and ask you that question, but they're looking at so many different factors. Of course, they're looking at your website. They're looking at previous clients you may have, and you may have them displayed on your website. They're looking at all these things. They're seeing how long you've been in business. Sometimes they do ask that question. But one of the things they don't really look at, but when they see it, it raises a red flag in their mind is there's no real process. How do you do what you do? What are you going to do with me? How are you going to help me? If you don't have that stated, a red flag goes up in their mind because it's saying you're too risky. I don't know if I want to risk my money. Now, when I said you want to break it down to 3 or 4 steps, I mean that. Break it down to these basic steps that when you post them on your website or when you speak about them, they're totally understandable as to what you're doing. Now, you're not going to get into the weeds on what you do because that's not necessary. The point is this. If a customer goes to your website and they're just evaluating you on whether you're a potential good fit for them, whether or not they want to risk spending their money with you, they want to see if you know what the heck you're doing. It's an issue of credibility. So when you have a stated process, they feel more comfortable that, hey, this is not the first time you're doing it. You're not experimenting on me. I don't want to be your guinea pig. Know what I mean? So when they see that stated process, they feel more comfortable. In other words, they feel that risk is lower with you than maybe with somebody else who doesn't have a stated process. And this is really important for a very good reason, not just for credibility, not just in building brand trust, but it goes to another thing. It goes towards pricing. Now, most people think, hey, if the price is low enough, the customer will buy. Wrong. People don't buy the least expensive option. They buy the least risky option. And if you look like you're less risk than somebody else, you're going to win the business even if you're a little bit more money. Why? People don't like risk. They want to know that when they hire you, the money is going to be well spent and that they're going to get a successful result to the challenge you're looking to solve. This is especially true if you want to scale your business. Scaling your business requires you to have a set process, one that is predictable, one that is duplicatable. Because when you open up other outlets around the country and around the world, it has to be a system that all the locations and all the outlets can follow. It means that when all the marketing goes out, that when people are going to potentially spend their money, they want to know they're in safe hands with you. And hey, if you're getting value out of this, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss a single video. I got new ones coming out every Tuesday and Friday. As a brand strategist, I'm going to say you're going to want to take it one step further. Sure, you're going to want to have that stated process. You're going to want to be able to have that on the website. You're going to want to be able to speak it. But you're going to have to do that second step, which is brand it. You want to give it a name. You see, you want that process to be something you can own. Now, it doesn't have to be earth-shattering new revelation in how to do business. In fact, it shouldn't be. It should be simple. But you want to be able to call it your own. It should be a seemingly exclusive thing where you can only get this with us. You see, that conveys to the consumer that you know what the heck you're doing, that you've got such a great process that you can keep duplicating success for them, that you've even named it, that you've called it your own. You want to give it a memorable word, something that stands out, something that's unique. Of course, this always goes back to branding and building a brand. You want to be able to give it a memorable name. Maybe use an acronym for a way to remember it, for a way for people to remember what it is. ABC, A stands for this, B stands for this, C stands for this, and it is a part of the process that makes sense. Now, of course, that name should be in line with your branding. It has to be able to make sense and establish a mental connection in their minds. That's brand cohesion. If this is making sense, go ahead, give it a like, hit the comments, pop the questions below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That speaks to brand reputation, brand recognition, brand awareness. All these things working together are going to help strengthen that brand. But look, this is about building brand trust. And there's no faster way to do it than to start with the process, brand that process, and make it stated on your site. Make sure you're talking about it. Make sure it's an integral part of everything you do. It raises trust, it lowers risk, and it makes you the choice over your competitors. And hey, if you want to learn more about being a brander and building a brand, check out these videos.